Good morning, folks. It's time again to start reporting on our next leg of this expedition called Uniting Rotary for Organ Donation, and me driving, at least wanting to drive, to the World Transplant Games in Perth, Australia. We're getting ready Globelander. This is a Globelander, okay? Globelander is a 2014 Land Cruiser. We're starting to pack it. Now, as you may know, the Globelander is now designed with a drawer and sleeper system. Of course, we have a bee coming in here. We need to make sure there's no bees in the car. And this is the sleeper system. If I go around the car, you'll see it's in a mess, but that's what it looks like. If I took this and let it slide down, it would make it a half system where only the back third row seating would get covered, and this could be used as storage, and the seats can be put back and seat 4 people if need be. So that's what it'll look like. But now, since we're just 2 of us traveling, we don't want the bee trapped over there, we're going to make the sleeper system work for what it was built by air down, gear up. And before it comes fully over the seat, we got to make sure the seat is protected. To protect the seat, I've got these sound blankets. They're quilted. When they damage, you can see they're multi-layered, and it gives a little protection, better than a regular sheet perhaps, or just a blanket. You get them at Home Depot or any other place like a Home Depot or a Lowe's. They make for really good covers. They're not cheap, but they're worth the investment because they protect your surfaces. In this case, we're protecting the veneer, the surface of this sleeper system by air down and gear up. We're getting ready to protect the seats, but in the back of these seats and in the middle here, we use this as an extra storage. So this is our 2000 watt sine wave inverter, giving us AC power when needed for small things, and well, even the bigger things. It's a lot of power, and it will sit here. Of course, we use that to also store other things. In that case, you have the impact wrench over there and some beading that will be useful sometime later. So this will get covered up. I just wanted to show you what can go in the back over here. Now that the seats are covered and ready and protected, using these painter's blanket, sound blanket, whatever you want to call it, or mover's blanket, then we'll make sure this platform is fully on the seat. And these 2 slats, helped by the hinges, sit on the top of the folded seats, making room for an entire space here that can be used for sleeping, storing, whatever it sleeps to. If you look at this, it's a side storage, making complete use of every space that's at the back for storage, and a lot of things can go in here as well. So this system is actually built by air down, gear up. Look them on Instagram, follow them, and see a lot more of their configurations. I just got the basic one because that's all I could afford. Giving you another angle of this sleeping platform, this is what it looks like. And air down, gear up is the manufacturer of this unit. I particularly like this unit because it allows me this flexibility of creating a sleeping platform, or I can even take it out, use it as a storage, and have my 2 seats available for a passenger or 2. So this is the configuration of Globelander, the Toyota Land Cruiser 2014 model. Now the job is to start packing up for the journey. Of course, I have all of these little pieces everywhere. We have the option of storing things at the wheel, at the footwell over here at the back seat, the second row seating. But we'll deal with this later once we've got the top sorted out. What goes here, what goes on top, will now become the exercise in preparation for our push towards Argentina and then Australia. It's a nice harsh sun today, this morning, and I'm just airing out this other sound blanket or mover's blanket that I have, which will go over the surface area over there. and then we'll start loading on top just to protect that surface. That surface is tough enough, but well, a little OCD on my part doesn't want any damage done. Now you already get some scratches over here like this, and this will only get worse if you don't protect it, which I don't want happening. The configuration is like this. I thought I'll give you a quick glimpse into what this drawer system is all about. If you see, it helps me organize the things that I want to carry with me and yet give me enough room and space to be comfortable, because this is where we live. I'm going to open up all the storage areas that this allows. So this will be in the side. These are called the wings, and allows ample storage here, which is perhaps where the chairs will go. But here's what's inside. The attempt is to do a packing list eventually, but this would be my kitchen area. This would be all this, well, still more kitchen, because food is an integral part of our survival. This is some recovery gear that we would need in case we get stuck in sticky situations. This is called a quad pack of the track grabber. Okay, it's called the track grabber. You may want to look it up on Amazon and see what it's all about. And this, of course, is a heavy-duty tire repair kit. So you never know when we'll need that, and these are just nothing but insurance. Garbage bags, of course, very important utility item that we continuously want to keep, because we don't want to trash the world. We want to make sure we organize it and trash it where we're supposed to. Okay, so anyway, we'll find better room for it when we pack. Just before we secure all of this, now this is what it looks like, nicely tucked in. And of course, we always have our signage. Don't ever forget about why we drive and how you can support this cause. So once we have this done, now we have a ARB cigarette lighter outlet over here that we will then use to power the fridge, but the fridge will be on the opposite direction over there near the driver's side. So we'll have to find a way to snake the wire around and make it available here. The platform's all set up. The net on the top there holds small things. In this case, jackets. They are quite cumbersome, and putting them away makes for a tidier space that we can do many things with. So the jackets are there, and now to bring in the fridge. This is the fridge I went with. It's the Icicle. For starters, the configuration of placing the fridge is here. We're trying to figure out what's the best place to do it. You know, we could bring it all the way to the front, giving us a lot of room at the back for more storage, leaving me just room to sleep for one person, which is also good. That means we can carry 3 people, because we sleep 2 people on top, and well, 1 here now because we need room for all the luggage. We went with this Icicle 45, I think, fridge that opens both sides. It's a side opening fridge because of the height and the platform height from the bottom. Any bigger, we couldn't open the lid, but there are also the top opening ones that open up like a clamshell, and we don't have enough room for that. So we went with the ones that open up through the side, and they open up on both sides to give us the flexibility of opening it either way. And they also open fully. This whole lid comes off. So that's what I liked about the Icicle. And what I don't like about it is, in the current system, I can't put a slider rack underneath to secure it, because it'll then give me less height on the top. So I've got to find a way to secure it, and that's the challenge that I'm going to be facing right now. The challenge is to keep it in place over there, because if I jam on the brakes, it's going to hit the front seat. So the option I have is using this D-ring, use a bungee cord, which is quite tough, to the handle over there, so that it doesn't move forward. It's held right here in one place. So that's the only option that I can see happening. Of course, I will send this video and picture to Air Down Gear Up to see what they might suggest, because this is their system. These are the challenges that they need to work around, because it's just not a system that we need. A car like this needs to be equipped with everything, and their gear should fit in and complement everything else that an overlander needs to carry in his car or her car. If you remember, we have this Overland Vehicle Systems 270 awning, and it is on the driver's side. So when we open up camp, that awning is going to cover the driver's side, and it's more, well, it's smarter to have the fridge under the awning where I can access it from the driver's side rather than the passenger side. From a safety point of view, the passenger side may be a better idea, because if I sleep on this side, then I can quickly run around if I need to, but I can still enter the driver's seat from inside on the other side as well. So all said and done, this would be the best place. Now, how to secure it, we'll figure this out and tell you. And say hello to Jasper. Maybe he'll be one of our passengers at some point, but not this time. And that's Surya.
Cadet Surya reporting for duty.
Well, left-hand salute is always good. All right, so let's do this. Now to bring the mattress in and see how much room we have at the back. As we know that we've sorted out everything at the back now. This is our extension cord, which we'll move around, but this is our sleeping area. So the mattress should fit in here, so we'll see how that works. We've got the mattress in, and from a mattress standpoint, what are we using for a mattress? Well, this is a 3-inch memory foam mattress. So if you see, we squeeze it, it comes right back to shape, but it's actually a 2-inch, and maybe we can add another inch on top for a little more comfort. But between this moving blanket and this 2-inch mattress, that should be enough padding. Otherwise, we're going to end up scrunching on the headroom once we get in. So we don't want to compromise the headroom, and that may just be the idea. So here, that's the decision. We will not put another layer here. We'll take it on advisement as we move into the journey. And as you can see, the mattress is just about the right size for what's left over after the fridge takes over. So everything behind the fridge here now will be used for luggage storage. We've got 4 bags between 2 passengers, and all of them need to fit at the back over here. And of course, our day bags that we use on a day-to-day basis will be smaller bags in case we need to go into somebody's house if they host us. All of that will be on this side, so we have easy access from that door. The loading begins, and this is this is Deepali's bag with only the medicines, and of course she has a few medical issues, and we're going off for a long time. A lot of her medicines are required, so it's in that one bag. Her clothes bag is being brought by the young assistant who's used to doing this. If you watch our video on this YouTube channel called Blended Highway, this young man, now 22, was 15 at the time, and he knows how to pack a car. And that experience, well, he almost knows how to pack a car, because he's just unpacking everything I just did. There you go.
Come on.
Now this is just 2 bags of Deepali. Now can you imagine, I have my own bag about that size, and that has to find a place and have enough room to sleep. Well, this is still a large area for one person to sleep. It's a big bed. You see, it's like, that's a big bed. So getting Glow Blender ready for the next long leg of this expedition, uniting Rotary for organ donation and driving to the World Transplant Games in Perth, Australia. So we've managed to get enough in there. We've got, of course, my bags left. That's just Deepali's, and it's going to be quite a challenge to move around storage, but I think I've got the configuration. We've got the fridge all fixed up, so let's go take a look at how that worked out. So we got the mattress, and this is, of course, the quilt or a blanket, whatever we call it when you sleep. Now we've got 2 bungee cords hooked in to the armrest and hooked into the on the other end, on both sides of the handle of the fridge, which means we're trying to prevent this from letting the fridge go against that door. So if there's any pull, this will keep it in place. And we have a bungee cord going from that handle to the D-ring at the back. This bungee cord is going to, well, nicely fasten over here at this D-ring, and it will prevent, in a sudden stop or break, the fridge from moving forward onto the seat and creating some, damage. So this is pretty taut, so it's not going to give much room when that happens. So this is stage 1. Of course, I'll need to put my bags over here, And this in-between space will be just about enough for one person to sleep. And I think we've got this thing going. We still have a few things to put inside, but going by what I'm seeing here, we are ready to take this journey quite comfortably. Don't forget to stay tuned to our YouTube channel, subscribe, follow. We have a very long journey ahead. Who knows what we're going to come by and what we're going to talk about, the adventures. So stay with us, be part of our story, and don't forget, consider becoming an organ donor, because that's exactly how we're going to spread more love in this world. And that's exactly why I'm driving, is to fight fear for love.